talked about some of the amazing things that you had going on and things that people didn't really think about when coming to visit you, whether it's the farm stand or coming to the farm in general. But you've got a very cool thing that's kind of launching Father's Day weekend, right? You got two things, really.
You are exactly right.
Two things. So.
Well, Rick, we have what they call as the Moo Moo Cow Truck.
The Moo Moo Cow Truck.
Yep. My daughter-in-law and my husband have named this fabulous trailer. It's a remake of a horse trailer into an ice cream trailer, and we're going to support Rhodey Fresh Milk and Yacht Club Soda on there, and make some beautiful ice cream sundaes with Rhodey Fresh ice cream.
Oh my God.
And everything at our farm stand is local. So it's going to be fabulous.
And you sent me a picture of this. This is really converted. It's really a horse
really
trailer that's being converted.
It's got a black and white checkered floor in it. It's got sinks. It can hold 12 different kinds of ice cream.
So if you've got a dad that's an ice cream fan, like I happen to be, and ice cream sodas, which are even better in the summertime. So this is going to launch on Father's Day.
It is going to be ready for Father's Day. Hoping,
fingers crossed.
Yep, fingers crossed that the health department's right on board. Shirley's been working with us, and it shouldn't be an issue.
Shirley, you're getting a shout out from us,
That's
and now
right.
you have to make it happen for all of us dads to be out there for Father's Day.
Sugar Maple, our mascots at the farm stand, are going to be ready and available to escort people to the Moo Moo trailer, and it's going to be something to see. It's going to be something you have never seen before.
Now, how often will it be open?
We're going to be open 7 days a week from 12 to 9.
Awesome.
Monday through Sunday. And then we're probably going to open the farm stand the same amount of time, so everybody can shop 7 days a week.
That's awesome. Now, I've said in the past, and I've talked about it many times, even when Emery wasn't out with me, the farm stand is this adorable space, and I have to use the word adorable, this adorable space that's there when you're right on the main road. And I go in there to get a variety of these things that we're going to be talking about in a minute. And it's also the space that everybody hears me talk about when I get my Christmas trees, and I put up those awesome pictures from the massive trees that I get from you.
That's right.
But what's happening at the farm stand that's also launching Father's Day weekend?
Well, we have the Blackbird Farm Farmers Market, which is going to be on Fridays from 4 to 7. And then we're going to launch on Sundays as well, 11 to 2, with different vendors. And these are all farmer-based food artisans. We're waiting for Backyard Food Company to give us the okay that they're coming.
Nice.
But the boys usually do show up, and we used to have to call them a few times. But it's all farmer-based, so this is all food that was grown by the farmer and the food artisan that made the food. And of course, you can buy all of our beef and all of our pork inside the farm stand, and eggs that are raised by my daughter's farm.
Now, I went last year a couple times because you had it on different days and stuff. Was it Saturdays last time? Yeah, so last year I went Saturdays, and the variety was pretty extensive. And if you're a foodie like I am, to be able to go and check this out on Father's Day when this is happening, it's Friday and Sunday?
So last year, oh, you mean it was on, no, it wasn't on a Saturday. We always did a Friday.
Fridays, that's what it was, okay.
4 to 7, and the variety is impeccable. Look at the quality from the farm. This is from the farm, which is in Chepachet, that are going to be one of our vendors. And look at the radishes are all fresh. They just picked them about an hour ago, so I could bring them on here today. Wow. And they're a wonderful farm to deal with. You have Angel Farm from Lincoln. The farm itself is from Chepachet. Wow. You have Haven. Let's see. There's a
I'm loving this. But the variety of people that are coming out to this, again, all Rhode Island based, which is something that's important to us. And it was Fridays because I was going before I was cooking dinner. But this one that you're going to do will be Friday and Sunday that weekend?
Oh, yes. Okay. And it's every weekend. It's every weekend till October 19th. So we're going to launch from June 15th to October 19th. And we'll pick up more vendors as the season gets more vegetables and more fruits available.
More things become available.
Oh, yeah. And then Sugar and Maple will be there all the time. And
now, say who Sugar and Maple are, because we said this before, and everybody sees my pictures, and my boys love them. I'm getting pictures taken with them.
So Sugar Maple are some brown Swiss oxen that are owned by Grandpa Ted, which is my daughter-in-law's grandfather. And they're kind of like the mascot of the farm stand, and they take people for wagon rides. Grandpa talks about old agriculture from back in the days and how these animals were used. and he takes kids for rides, and the adults take pictures.
And these are massive, very big animals.
Yeah, they're known to cause a few accidents on Route 7.
People stretching their heads to see what they are over there.
Yep, they think they're statues, but they're really live animals that you can come up and pet and get to know. And they're about 13 years old. They weigh 1,400 pounds apiece.
They're 13 years old?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I have to say, it's a great photo op. I've done it many times. I actually did it before the Super Bowl when I stopped in to see you, and they're out there. They had Patriots flags hanging from the cart and everything. And then I've done it other times. I think I even did it at Christmas time because you guys had them out there when the trees were out.
Right.
Yep.
And I want to give a shout out to Eat Drink RI. Eat Drink RI puts the farmers market together so the farmer can concentrate on taking care of animals, haying, feeding, and whatever else that we're doing.
And David Dadakian from Eat Drink RI has done many, many great things. He's got a great website if you haven't checked it out, but I have plugged him when he just had his Eat Drink RI festival because I went to the Sommelier Smackdown, I went to the Grand Tasting at the Convention Center. He does a really, really good job. So David, we appreciate you very much out there.
And we do, because this farmer wouldn't be able to work without you. So I want to go over some of the items that are going to be in this farm stand for purchasing for Father's Day, and also the restaurants that are going to be having the Blackbird in their restaurants.
Okay.
Castle Hill will be one. Chef Lou let me know the other day that there's going to be tons of bacon and tons of pork for brunch or dinners.
Yeah, and Chef Lou's awesome. We've had him on here before, and that was one of the times we gave you a shout out because he's a great chef over there.
Then you have Easy Entertaining. Burger on Father's Day. Either pork or beef, I think.
Kate's doing that? Nice.
Yeah. And then you have Cook and Dagger in Smithfield doing the burger, either in pork or beef.
Okay.
Let's see, who else is on there? There's Kenny O's that just started with us. I think he's got some burger there. Nick's on Broadway. Can't forget Nick's on Broadway. Tons of pork.
So I'm getting a question texted me that just came out there. So again, this is from the perspective of things to do on Father's Day, of being able to go there. And then the question I just got asked by my friend Jake is that, yes, every dad would love to have you pick this stuff up for him and not have to cook it. So if you go over there, and the farm stands, what are the hours of the farm stand?
The farm stand is open now Thursday, Fridays 1 to 6, and then Saturdays 9 to 6, and Sundays 9 to 4.
Okay.
But then we'll be open all the time with the Moo truck.
So you got plenty of time to be able to go and shop, even if you don't make it on Father's Day, to get these amazing things. And besides the places that she's recommending and talking about the carrier product, from Derek at Nick's to Chef Lou at Castle Hill, these guys carry your products on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah, and you don't want to forget the Salted Slate and Mercer Deli. Nick's and Salted Slate, all these people that I've mentioned and all these restaurants are big supporters of Blackbird Farm and know the quality that we produce at our farm.
So Benjamin Lloyd came on here. We talked about Mercer's when it was opening another time. So I mean, she gets shout outs all the time. So he came on and he was talking about how he's taking products in and he's preparing them. Same as Nick, I think, right?
Every other week.
Yeah.
And Nick gets every other week or every week pork bellies and pigs and then beef. Yeah.
And they're great pictures when these guys put them up to show you the quality of the product that's coming in and what they're putting into making it to the product that meets your plate. All right, so what do we have here on the plate?
So you have your 8-ounce beef patties, 2 to a package. Look how big they are.
Huge.
There isn't a bun that'll fit those.
Oh, my God.
And then you have Shreese that is all made by Central Falls Provision. There's 5 ingredients, and then you have the hot dogs that is made by Central Falls Provisions as well.
Okay.
I don't have the hot dogs with me, but there's only 5 to 6 ingredients in there that's made with the pork butt and the pork shoulder.
Okay.
And you can see what's in there for the ingredients. You have sirloin tips. Look at that. Look at the marbling on those tips from the sirloin. You can't get anything better than that. And remember, our meats are all dry aged. The pork is dry aged and the beef is dry aged for 21 days. And the pork is dry aged for 2 weeks before they cut. And those are American Heritage Berkshire pork chops with the bone in. And they come in all different sizes. And you have bone in, boneless, you have spare ribs. And think about the person that likes to smoke. You have brisket.
Right.
You have shoulder and butt from the pork, and you have ribs.
So you just mentioned something that was interesting. I think we've talked about in the past about the types of cut of pork, so whether it's the butt or different things. Does it still hang up? Because I went in before in the past and there was a chart that was saying where the different cuts of meat are coming from. Is that still in the farm stand?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because it's a great way to educate yourself. And one of the things that I have to say that I learned from her team and your sons being there is that I found that there was different cuts and different styles of things that I was enjoying, that I liked. And I think that if you're looking to purchase something for Dad as a great gift to bring something, is that you may want to pick out something you know he's familiar with, and then something new that you can bring in there to cook along with it, because that education is huge. Not only is it good for the taste and the style, but from your health standpoint.
Well, you want to add as little as possible to these cuts of meat. You don't want to do a wishbone salad dressing. You want to keep these as close to natural as possible, because we're putting all the great stuff in there. No hormones, no antibiotics, and we all feed non-GMOs, which is really important in this day and age. And the thing is, you're going to taste the true value of this meat just by salt and pepper and a little bit of olive oil.
Right. So talk about the style, because this is, I think, an important thing to put out there as well, of the beef and the pork. So it's, you know, it's black Angus, but it's
100% black Angus.
Right.
And we're not talking certified Angus beef is what your clients know in the grocery store. That's as little as 10% Angus. We raise the whole 100% from the pedigrees to the breeding. And when you see the marbling like this is coming from the breeding. These animals have to be bred with this. It's not from feeding them. Rick, if you drive by the farm now, you're going to see a spectacular animal that we just got in from Nebraska. It's a beautiful bull that we just brought in that's going to add more marbling to our meat in the next generation.
I'll have to stop by and get a picture of that.
There's hundreds of them out there. I'm surprised you haven't seen them.
No, I've seen them on the black. I've seen them all on the side of the road when I'm driving down to get to the farm stand. They've all been out in the field.
I just put them out there the other day. They all ran down there. Yep.
I saw there was a lot of them.
There's hundreds of them.
Oh my God.
But those are your breeding animals. That's your daddy, which your mom is, and the future generation of the herd is out there. There's
that was when I drove. So if you're familiar with Lincoln, Smithfield area, when I drove down Landmark Road to get over to the farm stand, that's why I saw them on the right in the field on Landmark.
That's them.
Yeah.
So the cattle that we put back into the meat program in the farm stand and restaurants are up on the other side of the farm, which are seen when we do events. Dave will be putting some Eat, Drink, RI wine dinners together in August that people can come out and enjoy and see these beautiful animals around you.
So you're going to have dinners at the property for you? I know he puts together in the summer different ones. There's going to be one out there with you?
Oh yeah, it's up on the other side of the farm where nobody really sees.
So you have to make sure you guys, both you and David, let me know when that happens, because I want to make sure I put that out there. Those dinners are not to miss. They are amazing.
And then the pigs are amazing. They're on half-acre lots. They eat non-GMO. They eat berries and grapes. And they're just really beautiful black pigs. Yeah. They're gorgeous. They're the Angus of pork. And if they're fed the right way, then you get this meat.
You get the quality.
Yeah, it's all about the quality. And look at the marbling. You can't beat that.
And
you know what they say? You can't beat our meat, right?
All right, so I wanted to bring this in to talk about the great things she has happening, but there's some special things that are happening for Father's Day with the Moo Moo.
The Moo Moo
trailer,
ice cream trailer.
Ice cream trailer.
Yep.
And then also the fact that the farmers markets are launching that weekend. So two great things that I know myself and a lot of other dads will be able to enjoy, and great ingredients that you can come together to make something for Dad for that Father's Day.
So I do want to mention one thing before I leave.
Of course.
We want to remember it is National Dairy Month.
Yep.
And we are supporting Rhodey Fresh Milk and Rhodey Fresh Ice Cream on the Moo Moo trailer. So it's really fun to come out and support them. There's only 8 of those farms left in the state of Rhode Island.
Really?
Yep, that's it.
So it gives me to one more question. So you're talking about having the Rhodey Fresh and then being able to do the fountain or the
Yacht Club soda.
Yacht Club soda drinks.
Oh yeah.
How many different types of ice cream are you gonna have? Do you know?
Oh my God, there's 12 to 24.
Really?
Oh yeah, and Blackbird has its own signature too.
Really? What's that?
Yeah. I can't tell you everything. I can't let you on all these secrets. I can't even tell you all about that trailer. But it's all news to come. I mean, let me tell you one thing. We're going to do espresso. We're going to do some shakes on that trailer, too.
Okay. I'll be at the trailer, and I'll do a Facebook Live with her and take pictures, and I'm going to put that out there.
Yep.
So, Anne-Marie, thanks for making the time.
You're
This
very
is awesome.
welcome.
I love this stuff.
Thank you, Rick,
Awesome
for
to see you.
everything.
This is so cool. Oh, I'll be eating a couple of those radishes. Don't you worry.
No, I'm giving you the whole basket.
Oh,
this is
that's
all
awesome.
yours to
You're
take.
the best.
So let me put it in the bag.
Thank you. Taylor's
I
going to
have
help
to
you up
take
there.
my boys' stuff back. Maybe that'll make them call.
There you go. Yeah,
Thank
tell
you.
them they better be there. I have to get a nice shout out now.
I
All
got
right.
everything. Thank you, Rick.
Look at that, Taylor.
Have a great day.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. All right. So last but not least, covering a different part of the state, I want to bring in Bill Connelly, who's a manager over at Ironworks Tavern. And I give shout out to Lori and Bill and the chef out there, because this restaurant is truly